Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7. This is the season finale of Season 3 of AMC's The Walking Dead, entitled Welcome to the Tomb. So, let's get right into it. Alright, guys, welcome to the Tomb. Now, this episode was good, but it wasn't great. You know what I mean? It was good, but it wasn't great. It didn't really meet my expectations because the last few episodes of Walking Dead have been slow. Have been really slow, but they've been good. Don't get me wrong. I think this has been the best season out of The Walking Dead, the strongest season and the best character development as a whole. And it started off really strong. Like the first 5 episodes of Season 3 of The Walking Dead started off so strong that it took you by surprise. And then, it started, just slowing down a little bit, which is understandable because you don't want to, have all the action and stuff in the first part of your season. You want to kind of even it out. But I feel like for this season, it had all the good stuff in like the first 5 to 6 episodes, and then it just kind of, just started cruising along. And then you're thinking like, okay, the season finale it's going to be just like the first 5 episodes. It's going to be crazy. People are going to die, and people do die, but it's not as meaningful. You know what I mean? It just doesn't really put that oomph into it to where I thought and what I was expecting. It was still a great episode. The story, kind of the opening sequence of this episode was very great with with the governor like knocking out and like just punishing Milton was very good, and just his whole line about you either be killed and survive or survive and be killed, something like that, was just a great like opening of The Walking Dead. It's probably one of my favorites of Walking Dead. But then it just gets into the story, how the plot is really thickening, and you got Adrian and Milton, and she needs to escape before Milton turns into a zombie and stuff. And it sounds good when you think about it. Like, okay, Milton tried to kill the governor. The governor ends up stabbing Milton, keeps him trapped in the room with Adrian, and she's got to try to escape before he turns into a full zombie. It sounds good, but when the way they executed was lazy a little bit. You know what I mean? Because all this time she could have been out, gone, and she could have been back with the group like in like 3 minutes, but she uses most of that time to talk to Milton and stuff. If it was me, and this is just my opinion, if it was me and I saw Milton get stabbed by the governor, like he gets stabbed, like there's no way in hell that he's gonna survive, and you're trapped in, I'm not talking to him. He's dead to me already. All right. I'll probably say one word like, dude, I'm sorry, you was a good guy, and that's it. And the rest of the 3 minutes, I'm not talking to him. I'm trying to figure out how to escape and stuff, and I'm not pausing. She wasn't multitasking, and that's one of the things that Adrian, like during just the season, you're like, you just want to hit her in the face and say, don't do that, don't do that. You're stupid. You're acting stupid. So that was a very frustrating in this episode, because she just has those moments that made her character so infamous of just being that character, or being not that smart of a character. So it was just frustrating. So when she did die, I was like, dude, you deserve it. Like, you could have been out 2 minutes ago if you would have if you had to talk and try to break out and stuff. But she's talking and pausing and stuff, and that just didn't make no sense to me. So when she died, I didn't really care that much. But now we get into the Woodbury stuff and how you have the governor, and he's getting his troops ready, and they're finna take over the prison. They're finna kill everybody. And the thing I really liked about one thing I really liked about this episode was Rick's group and their plan of how they can counter the governor's attack. And you really see the smarter group and the group who's built for this, because you have to remember that the governor and his group, they're not really built for this. Most of you are just kids and women and they've been so comfortable in the Woodbury situation of living a nice life in the zombie apocalypse. They're not built for this. And Rick and his group, they're built for this. They're made for this, and they've been through the trials and tribulations, so they're smarter. So I like the fact that you see that contrast between the two, and how Rick and his group outsmarts the governor and his group, and it doesn't sit well at all with the governor. And he sees that just a little scare that Rick's group gives them, since the governor's group out running, and they're like, we don't want no part of this, and the governor's like, yo, you're going back or everybody's dying, and he shoots everybody. And that was just a scene where I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Because on the Facebook page, they had like this post where 27 people will die, and I was like, oh man, that means Rick's group is gone. That means that most of his group is gone. And I was just surprised that the governor just took out all his people out of frustration and stuff. And the people he didn't kill, you saw them and they were like, okay, this is weird. You know what I mean? This is an awkward ride now, and they really see that, you know, okay, he's really losing it right now. So I like the fact that even the people that he kept alive are seeing that this guy is not stable. He's very off the hinges and stuff. So that was very good. But overall, it was an okay episode. It had its moments and stuff, but a lot of frustrating things with like the whole Milton and Adrian thing. I wish I would have saw a little bit more confrontation with the governor and Rick and their group, but at least he does survive. The governor does survive, so that means he's going to be back. No telling when, but he will be back, and hopefully they get to resolve it next season, or they might not even put him in next season, put him in like the 5th season. You might not see him for a whole season, and that would be a very interesting thing where he's just going for the whole 4th season, and then when the 5th season comes back, he's got a brand new group. He's got a brand new following. They're ready, and he's trained them to be ready to look out for vengeance for Rick and stuff. So that would be an interesting take if they leave him out of the whole 4th season, and then when the 5th season comes around, he's back and he's wanting some vengeance on Rick and his group. Another thing that was very interesting before we go was the whole Carl thing, because now you see Carl, he's telling us that like, yo, you're dropping the ball here. You should have killed the governor when you had the chance, and you're not killing the governor, and you like being easy on people has cost of family, friends, and cost people their lives. And Carl is at that point to where you see he's grown up, and you see that this whole zombie apocalypse has changed him as a person to where he's not so nice, and he's looking out for his people and not nobody else. He doesn't care if you say you're not dangerous. He's going to shoot you in the head. So I thought that was good, and I like the end of it where Rick sees this and he understands like, this is changing my son and stuff, so I need to bring it back and I need to help people out. And he brings in the Woodbury people to his group to, I think, to show Carl that it doesn't always have to be like that. You know, we can all change, and to, you know, just to have that hope, because he sees that Carl is going down a very rough path. So I really like that contrast. Overall, it was an okay episode. What did you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. And as always, this is the Search Show 24/7. Be easy.